it's Tosh here. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been like a hot minute times 2 years. It's been a couple years since I posted a video, but life has been crazy. I'm ready to kind of jump back in and be a lot more consistent with my content. So speaking of content, I do want to kind of branch outside just makeup tutorials. I would love to talk about body positivity, being single in your 30s, dating in your 30s, which is today's video and why you guys clicked onto it. There's a lot of different story times that I've been through, not only in the past 2 years, but my entire life. I want to build a positive community where we can share stories and experiences and uplift each other, learn and teach and grow, essentially, you know? So the reason you clicked on this video, since you guys already saw from the title, I want to talk about my first and last horrible blind date I've ever been on since being single. This one's a good one. So with that being said, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. Since you're already here, you might as well. I'll leave all of my social media information in the description box, so add me there. I'm very active on Snapchat and Instagram on the daily. Stick around and hear this crazy blind date story. Just keep watching. Okay, so blind dates. Dates in general are nerve-wracking, you know, but blind dates take it to another level because you know nothing about them other than their name and maybe a description of what your friend or whoever's setting you up told you about them, but you literally know nothing. This blind date is the reason why I will never go on another blind date again without having a couple conversations with the person before investing, seeing them face to face. One of my really good friends, right, who knows me so well, knows what I'm looking for, knows what I like and don't like, tells me my husband works with this guy who he thinks is like perfect for you. We set up for a Friday night after work and we were going to meet at a neighborhood bar close to my house around 9:30. So it literally is like 5 minutes from my house. So I get ready, I go to the bar. I'm sitting there by myself because nobody shows up. So I order a drink, I order a Long Island to kind of loosen up a little bit, and I'm sitting there and in walks through the door is, we'll call him Joe. In walks Joe. And he looks at me and he smiles and is like, hi, and I'm like, you know, like I need a shot. My first impression, honestly, my thought was, did he just roll out of the bathroom at the beach after falling asleep drunk and taking a 2-hour nap? He's wearing a tank top that looks like it hasn't been washed in 2 years. He's wearing swim shorts that look like they're 10 years old and two sizes too small. And he just looks a hot mess express, you know? And this is a neighborhood bar, so you don't have to go to the nine. Like, I was wearing like a black top, I had my makeup done and some jeans, nothing crazy, but I showered. Right? I'm already there, already like in it, so be in it. So I have my drink. He sits down, I sit down. Before he even says, hi, I'm Joe, nice to meet you. Hi, sorry I'm late. I made you wait 20 minutes. He reaches over, grabs my glass, and takes a sip. Who does that? Right? Who does that? He tries to slide it back over to me like, thanks for the sip, you know? I'm like, no, it's okay, have at it. He's like, okay, continues to drink. So I already know, waitress, I need a drink. Make it stronger than the last, please. So she comes over and already my vibe has changed because before I was like, hi, nice to meet you, like, happy Friday, it's the weekend, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm like, can I get a Long Island iced tea, please? Thank you so much. And she already notices the vibe is changing and I'm already like uncomfortable. And she starts to tease the guy. She teases Joe, like, she was already been here for like 20 minutes, so you should probably buy her a shot or buy her a drink. And I was like, no, I got it. Okay, well, what can I get you to drink? And he goes, I need whiskey. Waitress leaves and he's sipping on my Long Island iced tea, getting loosey-goosey, not like he hasn't been drinking all day because he sure as hell smelled like it. So I'm sitting there and I'm like sitting on my hands. You know when you get super uncomfortable, you don't know what to do with your hands, and I start doing this Wow, I've never been to this place. It's really nice. Look at the decor. Even though I've been there like 500 times because it's right down the street from my house. Then he proceeds to tell me, sorry I'm late, but I had to drive 40 minutes across town to the bougie side of town. Like, I hate coming over here. Everybody who lives over here is so stuck up and they think they're better than everybody. And like, there's cops definitely parking lot across the street waiting for people to drive off and get them for drunk driving. I just know it. It's one of those neighborhoods. Super bougie. Where do you live? Right down the street. Right down the street. Yeah. And he was like, oh, okay. Like, you just offended me for 5 minutes straight and called me this, that, and the other because I live on this side of town? Like, really? Really? After you just took my drink? Really? Okay. I see where this is going. So then we continue to talk, and I asked him, how long have you been single? And he said, oh, 2 weeks. And that you're my second date. I went on a date a couple days ago, but my ex-girlfriend, she's kind of crazy. She followed me on the date, and she slashed the girl's tires. Check, please. Cancel the drink. I just want to go. Crazy. And he was like, oh, don't worry. You know, she tried to follow me tonight, but I lost her in the streets. That's why it kind of took me a little bit longer to get here. So you blame me for driving all the way over here because it's so far, but it's because your crazy ex-girlfriend was following you through the streets and you were trying to lose her. So that's why you were late. Okay. Got it. So now we're getting towards 30 minutes of him just talking about himself and not asking one question about me, which is fine because I'm not trying to like get to know him like that anymore, right? So I kind of start hinting to him, I'm getting tired. I had a long week. I have such a busy day tomorrow, so I should probably head out. I'm almost done with my drink. Like, can we go? You know? So the waitress comes over and she's like, would you guys like another drink? And I'm like, no, I'm actually going to head out here soon. I'll take the bill. And she's like, okay. And she asked him, would you like your bill? Will you be paying cash or card? And he's like, I'll be paying cash. And she's like, okay, it'll be $9. And so homeboy here pulls out a bag, a Ziploc bag of coins. Clearly, he skipped laundry day because his clothes are not washed or he's not clean at all. And he decided to spend his money on one shot of whiskey. So the waitress is completely like a deer in the headlights looking at us like, is this for real? And I just kind of slumped down like, girl, I know. Trust me. I know. 45 minutes of this, I know. And I don't even know what to say. So I offer, like, I can pay for your shot. That's no problem. I got it, you know. And so the waitress is sitting there and she doesn't know what to do, or doesn't know what to do. And he's like, no, that's fine. Go ahead and take it and take $1 for yourself and bring me back the change. So she was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I'll be right back. So she leaves, and I don't even know what to say at this point because now it's like completely uncomfortable. And he's like, don't worry about it. She needs something to do anyway. She'll be back in a little bit. It gives us more time to talk. Really? So then, in these 5 minutes it takes her to count out $9 of quarters, I'm like dying. Like, I'm ready to get out of there. I'm just over it. And he tells me, oh, when I was driving up, there was like a park right down the street. Like, do you want to get a bottle of vodka and we can go chill at the park? Mind you, it's probably like 10:30 at night now. And I'm like, I don't even want to be in a dim lit bar with you. Why would I go to a park with you? Like, it just didn't make no sense to me. So I'm like, no, I have a busy day tomorrow. I had a busy week and I just want to get home. So he's like, yeah, totally cool. So the waitress, or the server, must have went back and told her coworkers because the bartender proceeds to come around to the table and he's like, hi, how you guys doing? I hope you guys had a good time. I hear you're headed out. I just want to make a friendly reminder and let you guys know that we do have cameras inside the bar and in the parking lot. Like, what? I knew I felt weird, and I knew people around us could sense that it was a little uncomfortable and that I was kind of like uncomfortable. But for the bartender to come around and say that, I was like, so obvious that it's not working out. And he looks at me and he says, you know, I'm off in about 20 minutes, so if you want to hang around, I can walk you to your car. I do it all the time. Don't worry about it. And so I don't want to be rude to either one of them. And like, I was super uncomfortable, obviously. So I'm like, no, I parked right outside. I'll be fine. But it's good to know that there's cameras around. Thank you for, you know, your concerns for safety. He's like, oh, no worries. I just like to let everybody know, you know, to be safe out there. And I was like, okay, thanks. I appreciate that. Like, if I get murdered, you'll get it on camera. And that's nice to know, you know? So the guy's completely oblivious to what he was trying to hint at. So he was like, well, that bartender's weird. Like, let's get out of here. Like, he's the problem. You guys. So waitress brings back his receipt, keeps $1 for herself. Felt so bad for her. And she like rubs my shoulder. She's like, get home safely. Have a good night, okay? So they were super sweet and kind, and I appreciate them, but it was just awkward. So we walk out the door, and once you like walk out the bar, you go around the corner, and there's a parking lot on the left and a parking lot on the right. Fortunately, we parked on opposite sides. So I had to go left, and he had to go right. So I didn't have to walk very far before we had to like part ways. So as we're there standing, and I was like, well, thank you. It was nice meeting you. Have a great night. Get home safely. Blah, 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 blah. He's like, can I ask a favor? And I was like, okay. And he says, can you go to the grocery store and buy me a bottle of vodka? What? What do you mean? What do you mean? And I'm like, no, I cannot do that. And I was like, that's a strange request. Like, why can't you go to the grocery store or to a liquor store and buy your own bottle of vodka? And he's like, well, I just can't. And I'm like, okay. Either can I. And then being nice, I was like, there's a gas station, like, literally right there. I'm sure you could buy a bottle of vodka there and be on your way. And he was like, or you can. I'm like, or no, I can go home and try to forget this horrible date. So I was like, no, I'm going to head home. And so he was like, well, that's the least you could do. The least I could do, like don't get me started. This video is long enough as it is. Let's not go there. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go, and you should probably sober up before you drive home because it's not safe. So I hope you are responsible in that sense, and it's not a good idea for you to continue to drink. But do as you wish, but just please get home safely. So I go the other way. He tries to grab my arm, not in like an aggressive way, and then I'm like, okay, no. He's like, well, can I at least get a hug? And I was like, no, I'm gonna go. So I am in the car, and my mind process is like safety. So I decide to sit in my car and let him leave first so that I don't have to worry about him following me. But 5 minutes go by, and I'm looking at his car. He turns on all the lights in his car, blasts the music so loud, and he's like having a dance party in his car. So I'm like, well, maybe he took my advice, and he's gonna sober up, and he's gonna dance it off in his car. So I decided to pull off and, you know, get on the freeway, and if I have to lose him, I'll lose him or go straight to the police station. But he doesn't proceed to follow me, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna live. I go home. So that was it. He did try to add me to Snapchat later and continue that conversation, but that was an immediate block. That was that. I will never go on a blind date again. That was by far the worst date I've ever been on. Just so uncomfortable. It was like it could not get any worse every minute, and it got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, you know, up until the moment I drove out of that parking lot and never had to talk to them again. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that story time, and I would love for you guys to comment your worst or your best date in the comments below, because I need to know that there are good dates out there, and I'm not alone in these kind of horrific dates, because that was by far the worst date I've ever been on. So feel free to leave them in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. All of my social media is linked in the description box, so please follow me there. And until next time, I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.